Alright, good morning beauties. Welcome to Wake Up to Makeup. Today I'm going to do my foundation routine from start to finish. I usually do half my face just to kind of save some time. And the reason why I said that this look is peach inspired is because I'm using the Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. And I'm going to show this to you. These are the colors that are in there. I've had this palette for a while, but I have been indifferent about it because I felt like it takes a lot for it to be pigmented on our skin color. Good morning. So I didn't really say too much about it. Hey, well, welcome from Brazil. I didn't really say too much about it, and okay, I think that should work. That's a better position. Okay. I really didn't say too much about it because I was working with it and trying to figure out how I like to use it. But I do notice that on darker skin tones, it doesn't seem to work as well as I would like it to work. So that's just an FYI. But this is the Sweet Peach from Too Faced palette, and that's what I'm going to be using. So this half of my face is already done. This half has nothing, so you guys can see what my eyebrows really look like. They need to be redone. I'm going to show you guys how to fill in your eyebrows and use concealer to kind of fix it so it looks like you have a fresh eyebrow or a fresh done eyebrow like this one. First, before I do any type of foundation or any type of like primer or anything like that, I do my eyebrows first, because I notice when I do the primer for my eyebrows, I feel like my eyebrows kind of, they wipe away easier, like it doesn't need a primer. So that's why I do my eyebrows first. So I'm just going to use a spoolie, a disposable spoolie, and this is a disposable spoolie. And I'm just combing my eyebrows up. Now, I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. So this is what it looks like. So even though my hair is dark, the darkest your eyebrows should be is dark brown, never black. And I say this because I still see people using black to fill in their eyebrows, and it's just a harsh color to put on your face. So always use dark brown no matter what your hair color, even if your hair color is black. Yes, I've seen black. Obviously, if you have blonde hair or red hair, you can adjust, but never use black. It's too harsh for anyone's skin tone. And then also, if your eyebrows are pretty thick, you don't need to fill in a lot. You know, maybe just correct any lines or fill in certain areas, but you don't have to fill in a ton. I'm using an angle brush from Coastal Scents. I'm going to come in a little closer so you guys can see. And I'm going to start here. And because my eyebrows need to be done, I'm just giving the illusion that I have freshly done eyebrows. And I'm doing short strokes instead of drawing a line, because when you do a full line, what ends up happening is it's not straight. So if you just do short strokes, you'll end up getting a pretty straight line. Thank you, Chloe. Alright, and I'm just adjusting my high point because I don't have a lot of hair that grows in the high point of my brow. So I am filling in that area. Notice I'm starting with the outer lines first. So I'm starting in the outer, and then I'll lightly, because I do have a lot of hair in this area, I'll lightly fill in the areas that are sparse, but not the entire brow. Because I don't want the eyebrow to, number one, look like a block, and number two, I just don't want it that thick. And even if you mess up, when you go to the concealer step, you're going to fix it. Now, let's talk about where your eyebrows are supposed to start. Your eyebrows are supposed to start right here. So if you take a brush and put it to the end of your nose. That's where your eyebrow should start. Okay, almost done. And without adding any more product, I'm going to fill in this area. Now, using that same spoolie, what you do is you just blend everything together. Alright, so the eyebrow is done. Now after that, I will move on to my foundation. So if you are going to do your foundation or your eyeshadow look, for me it depends on the look. So usually smoky eyes, I'll do my eyes first and then my foundation. But because I'm using lighter colors for this look with the peach inspired look, I'm going to do my foundation first and then my eyeshadow. So that there's no rule or rhyme or reason for that. It's totally to your preference. If you feel like you are messy when you do your eyeshadow, I would say do your eyeshadow first and then your foundation. So I am using Photo Finish Primer Water from Smashbox. I'm just going to spray it on this side of the face. And I'm going to use Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation, and this is in the color R520. And the R stands for red. I do have yellow undertones, but I think that because I have yellow undertones, I prefer a foundation that has red in it, and that's a personal preference. I know MAC's foundation is usually more on the redder, or not redder, yellow side. So each company is very different in how they have their foundations. And now I'm using a foundation brush, and this is from Morphe M442. And I'm using stippling motions to apply the foundation. Getting underneath the eyes, you definitely want to be gentle so you don't irritate it, but you don't want to put a ton of product underneath the eyes just because you want to avoid any creasing or cracking in that area. So I'm using my It Cosmetics. It's an under eye corrector. It's called Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector. And the reason why I'm doing that is I like this. It is a concealer, but I like to use this first. And once that is completely underneath the eye and everything is all blended in, I will go to my LA Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And I'm going underneath there and drawing a triangle. Now usually I do my chin, Cupid's bow, down my nose, and my forehead, but I've already done all of those areas. So this is a beauty blender from NYX. Really inexpensive, but I love this one. Alright, so this part is important too because you really want to make sure that you have blended and tapped and make sure that there's not any excess product underneath your eyes, because that also is what creates creasing and cracking underneath your eyes. And that always makes you look older, or creasing and cracking just isn't very flattering. So you definitely want to make sure that you blend everything well underneath your eye. So what I'm using to set my concealer is Sacha Buttercup, and it has a yellow tint to it. And you can use this or translucent powder, but for darker skin tones, I suggest yellow, this yellow tint. There's tons of them from different companies. This one happens to be from Sacha. There's another one from NYX that I haven't tried, but I've heard good things about. Let's go back to the eyebrows because I almost forgot that step. So just to kind of clean up the eyebrows and just make it pop even more, I am going to use my concealer. So this is from LA Girl in the shade Fawn. And I'm just going to go underneath and on top of my brow, just cleaning it up. So right underneath here. And right on top. So this is the stage where you can clean up any mistakes that you may have done when filling in your brows. So after that, I'm just going to set my foundation with MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish. And this one is called Dark Deep. And I'm just going to use a blush brush to set it. And just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot. Alright, and after that, I'm going to do the contour. So for the contour, I'm using MAC's Film Noir. It's a dark brown. This is what it looks like. And I'm just using an angle brush from Coastal Scents. This is a fluffy angle brush. And the forehead. And the chin. I'm just going to apply a thin layer and spread it all around nice and evenly. And this part is always important because it helps your eyeshadow stay in place, it eliminates creasing, and it makes your eyeshadow look even more vibrant. This is the Peach palette. And I'm going to start with the transition color right here. So let's talk about a transition color, because I say this all the time, but I say it in passing, so I really don't break it down for you guys. But I've been seeing this mistake so much. It is so important for you to use a transition color no matter what the look is, because it is not cute to have a bright color or dark color from your lid, or the same color from your lid all the way to your brow. So the transition color is going to stop you from putting the color all the way up to here, okay? And it's going to transition smoothly from lid color to brow bone color. So it is so important to have a transition color. Please don't do your makeup looks. Like if you are only going to do 2 eyeshadows, transition color should be one of them. And I say this because I've been walking around and I've just been seeing people not doing transition colors, and I'm like, man, that look would have been so much better if it stopped like at the lid and then transitioned into another color. So it's so important. So I'm using the MAC 224 blending brush, and I'm not being super perfect with this transition color. It never has to be perfect. I always go in the crease and kind of get a little bit to the bottom of my brow bone, and I curve it around. Alright, so the second color that I'm using is this one right here. It is called, hold on, Summer Yum. So this one. So this second color I'm putting in the crease, concentrating it mostly only in the crease. I'm using a smaller blending brush. And I'm just going only in the crease. And then once that is all blended, I'm going to use a fluffy flat brush, which looks like this, also from Coastal Scents. And I'm going to use this color called Caramelized. No, it's not. This one's called Candied Peach. And it's this color right here. And I'm going to pick up a good amount of that color and pat it on the lid. So I'm just patting the Candied Peach color on the entire bottom lid. Switch palettes on, you guys. I'm using the Nubian 2 palette. This is what it looks like, and these are the colors. I use this color right here. This is called Zuri, and I'm just going to put that in my inner corner just for a pop of color. A little bit of shimmer. I'm just using a small buffering brush for this. So after that is done, I'm just going to do my inner waterline. I am going to use brown because I want it to be soft. And after that, it is time for the wing eyeliner. So the wing eyeliner is something that takes practice. And even though I've been doing it for a long time, it still takes me a while. Some days my wings look good, sometimes they don't. Before I do the lashes, I just want to do the blush and the highlighter first. So the blush I'm using is from NYX. It's called Double Dare. It's really pretty. It's just gonna give like a soft glow. I'm using a flat blush brush. When you're applying your lashes, after you put the glue on, you definitely want the glue to become tacky. So wait a few seconds, wave it in the air, blow on it, whatever you need to do, but it needs to be tacky before you apply them. Once you apply, you're gonna put them right in the center of your lid in an upward motion. Once that's placed, tuck in the corners. So I tuck in that corner. Tuck in the other corner, and then I use the end of my tweezers to just kind of push it closer to my lash line. I think that's pretty much it. I'm here every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so you guys tune in. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and if there are any looks that you would like to see, please feel free to email me, deandragiselle@gmail.com. So you beauties, enjoy your day. Have a great day. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye, beauties.